Hello, and welcome to CT Apex's podcast, The GovCon Mindset. This podcast is focused on breaking down the world of government contracting into bite-sized pieces of information for experienced and new contractors.
Today, we have a very special guest in the studio. What makes this story so special is the journey. We Clean Pro Services Incorporated has been a dedicated part of the CT Apex family since 2024. Over the past couple years, she's worked closely with her primary counselor, Elisa Young, to navigate the complexities of registrations, certifications, and bidding. Joining us is Naylene Gonzalez, the owner behind We Clean Pro Services Incorporated, a standout woman-owned small business in the federal and state marketplaces. Welcome, Naylene.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
It really has been incredible to watch their growth from those initial counseling sessions to seeing them secure actual wins. Today, she's here to share the GovCon mindset that took her business from the sidelines to the center of the action. Naylene, first and foremost, what drove you to start your business?
I actually started this business, in this industry because working with my sister in New York, she had a business, a cleaning business also. Then I started working with her and her company, and then I learned all the work and I saw the opportunity for me. Then over time, I just realized that I want to do this. I want to have my own business, like cleaning.
So it's safe to say you had your own entrepreneurial spirit and you really saw an opportunity for yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
That's amazing. As we know, with every opportunity comes hurdles and issues, right? So what did you find that were hurdles at the beginning of your journey?
Oh my God. One of my biggest challenges was understanding the business side, like pricing, contracts, and especially government contracting. That's where Elisa from Expert Real, she is a very big helper for me. She guided me through certification, understanding the contract, understanding how federal contracts are, like what to read, and she gave me all the support I need.
That's amazing. It isn't always easy to talk about those roadblocks and things in the beginning, but it's great that you were able to create a roadmap along with CT Apex that allowed you to navigate that path.
Yes.
So Naylene, you've shown proven success through your contracts. When was it that you knew you could actually succeed?
I think it's clicked me when I started winning contracts. That's when I realized this was no longer a small side hustle,
Mm-hmm.
and it had really potential to grow and scale. It gave me confidence that I could compete and succeed in this space.
So that success came immediately, or were there initially no's?
No, take time. But you have to be consistent. Don't give up. You cannot give up. You need to learn. You need to keep learning.
Absolutely. Did you find that there was a kind of research and development phase to your bid strategy?
Yes. Actually, it didn't work for me because I was doing it like the opposite. Then when I changed my strategy, that's when I noticed that start working. I start getting contract. I start getting more clients, like private clients and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's when I have Elisa, that she was the one who helped me everything.
So it seems like patience is a strategy. So their first year, most businesses should be utilizing it as a research and development phase.
Yes.
Okay.
And it seems like every no is actually a data point that we can use to learn and grow from so that your next proposal is even stronger than the first one.
Yes. Yes. The first one I failed. The first proposal I submit, it was so bad. I was so embarrassed, oh my goodness, I missed this, I missed that. And then I was like, no, but that's teach me that I need to learn more. I need to do more research. And then for my second one, that's when I went no, I need to do everything correctly. I need to make sure I have all the points, all the requests, everything. And that's what I did. I'm focused on my proposal. I was not in rush. I was just looking for the right stuff to put in my proposal and then send it. And that's why how I won my first contract.
Yeah, it seems like you took a different strategy. You moved from just a trying to win a contract mentality to actually building a government contracting division. And that's a huge distinction in how you approach your business and how you eventually win.
Yes.
How important did you find the relationships in this space?
It's very important because if you don't have a relationship with your clients or with the government, like, I mean, why working with them if you don't know what they want, what they are looking for? You need to have that like relationship with your clients. You need to see what are their needs. Then that's how you see if you can provide that for them and help them.
I think you hit on an absolutely vital point right there. Because in a world of instant gratification, the 18th month long average federal sales cycle can seem like a lifetime. But you've proved that the long game pays off if you're willing to build those relationships with small business specialists along the way.
Yes.
And Eileen, you alluded to this a little earlier, but what were some of the mistakes that you made along the way?
Oof. I underpriced some jobs. I didn't fully understand my cost. I also tried to do everything myself instead of building a system and trusting others. But those mistakes helped me grow. I learned how to price correctly, build a structure, and run the business more professionally.
Well, yeah, that seems very insightful, especially when we know that the small business entrepreneur usually has to wear so many hats, and you have to juggle so many different roles,
Yes.
responsibilities. Yeah. So what was that turning point? When did you finally realize, okay, this isn't what's going to lead me to my success? I really have to change course. What was that actual moment for you?
That the moment was when I have a private client and I underpriced that contract. I noticed I was losing money there. I was like, wait, but why if I did my math correctly? But what I didn't do was pricing the overhead. That's how I realized I was losing money. And then I was like, no, this cannot happen. And then that's how I realized I had to change everything. I had to make sure I'm not underpricing and I'm giving the correct price. Because you don't want to get a contract, then underpricing that contract, then you lose that money. And then you don't have the money to pay to your employee.
Right. And that's ultimately the responsibility of, being the
Yes.
owner is to do that due diligence and understand exactly where is the best price point for you in terms of ROI and what would be the best, attractive price point for the consumer or the client. So I could definitely
Yes.
understand that.
I also wanted to touch on the fact that you are a SBA certified women owned small business. I'm sure the process of getting certified might have had some issues along the way. What types of issues did you face when you were receiving your certification, and where do you see yourself now that you are officially certified?
Oh my God, for that certification, I I don't want to say I went through myself because Alyssa from Expert, she went with we went through, oh my God, through a lot through that certification. At first when I submitted my application, they was giving me a hard time. It was like very hard. They was closing my application without notice, without letting me know what was going on. I gave all the documentation that they request for me, like, and no communication. Like we was having, they didn't have that communication to me with me, like what they need and what was going on. It took me almost like a year. Yeah, almost a year to get that certification. And Alisa was there all the time, like helping me out. She was a very helpful, like trying to help me out, get everything sort of, and get everything running. But hopefully, I got the certification. That's the good thing. I got the certification in 2024. I got it, and I just took it from there. Then I'm so happy that she was there and then helped me out with that certification.
That's excellent. I know the process can be a little arduous at times, but I'm glad that you were able to jump through all the hoops and finally get certified. For our audience, the most recent update in the My SBA certification area is that, yes, the prior experience we were seeing was arduous. There were much more hoops to jump through as the applications were separate. The process has been updated at the end of 2025. They have streamlined the process into the My SBA unified application. SBA analysts are actively monitoring for new applications to come through, and they've established a turnaround time of approximately 3 months from the submission date if all of the required documentation is included. I'm curious, after you were officially certified, did you at that point just wait around for the phone to ring for your next contract?
No, you know what I've noticed about that certification that is not a lot of contract that are looking for that certification. Most of the contracts in the federal government, like in the federal, it's just for set aside for everybody. I think it didn't maybe help me get some contract, maybe because I always put it there that I had that certification. I'm not sure because some of the contracts are not a specific says that it's for this type of certification anymore.
That's true. There are definitely set aside opportunities, but the bulk of the opportunities in the federal space are not set aside for any particular business type. What really we found with the WSB certifications and similar SBA certifications is that there is more of a pre-qualification that gets you into the room, but that doesn't necessarily win you awards. You still have to show
Yes.
that you can do what you say you can do at the level that you can do it.
Yes, correctly.
Right, yeah. And again, I'd love the fact that you highlighted how Elisa was always in your corner helping you, get through this arduous process that most people oftentimes start but never actually quite complete. And so that's what a good reminder of what Apex is here to do, which is assist you through all the paperwork that you need to do in order to get you to that finish line. And finally, focus on what you're here for, winning those contracts and making those relationships that you have so, you know, successfully done. So,
Yes.
with this new success, with the contracts, what issues do you face now?
Right now, I'm facing, oh my God, a lot. My biggest challenge right now is hiring the right person.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes, is finding reliable employees and building a strong team is one of the biggest challenges as you grow, and I have right now.
So, like they say, heavy is the crown.
Yes, yes,
Absolutely. Well, I know that you are a frequent attender of CT Apex events. Are you
yes.
able to find through those networking connections any people that would be a good support for your team?
Yes, it's very those events and stuff. Yes, it's helped me find good people to help me out and be good for my team. Yes.
So, Nailene, what is your best recommendations for those who are just starting out? Having had your success and your proven track record, what do you think would be the best advice you could give those folks who are just getting through their SAM registration, just got their UEI cage code? What would you recommend to them?
Well, my biggest advice is to start, but don't do it alone. If you don't understand something, look for help. There are so many, many, many programs out there like City Expert, Score, and others that are there to support small businesses like mine. Also, focus on instructors from the beginning. Pricing correctly, please.
Mm-hmm.
Building a system and stay consistent. Without consistency, you're not going nowhere.
Absolutely. We found that that persistence and the patience really goes a long way,
Yes.
as you've shown firsthand. And
Yes.
we're curious, now that you have shown proven track record on the federal and state levels, what are your future goals for the business?
Oh my God, my goals are is to grow into a large contract and expand beyond Connecticut into New York and the surrounding areas. I also want to build a strong team so my business can run without me because I always involved in my business, even in cleaning and everything, in every details. I want to create opportunity also for others through my company.
That's some incredible goals that you've set for yourself, and you are well on your way. And it's been so wonderful to see that from our perspective.
And that's a rather noble
Mhm.
outlook as well, to help the community and help those others who are still struggling. With your wisdom and your education you've already achieved, you could definitely be a very vital partner in that community and in its growth. So thank you so much, Nayeli.
Oh yeah,
Especially
thank you.
especially through sharing your experience and your willingness to pull back the curtain on your journey as a woman-owned small businesses, the highs and the lows. This is incredibly valuable to our community.
It isn't always easy to talk about the early roadblocks or the mistakes made along the way, but your transparency provides a roadmap for other Connecticut entrepreneurs currently navigating the same path. Your success is a testament to persistence required to master the GovCon mindset, and we're honored to have played a part in your story.
On behalf of the entire Connecticut Apex Accelerator team, thank you so much, Nayleen, for joining us on the podcast today.
Anna, thank you so much for inviting me today. Thank you.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will definitely be in touch.
Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, Meredith, what an incredible journey. It really goes to show that while the government marketplace is complex, it's certainly not impossible, especially when you have the right mindset and the right partners in your corner.
Exactly, Andres. And for everyone listening who's feeling inspired but maybe a little overwhelmed, remember that you do not have to navigate this complex puzzle alone. As Nayleen mentioned, there are many programs that you can tap into, including the Connecticut Apex Accelerator, which is a statewide program dedicated to helping all Connecticut businesses like yours win federal, state, tribal, and local contracts.
Whether you need help with SAM.gov registration, refining the capability statement, or understanding the latest CMMC cybersecurity requirements, our team of procurement specialists are here to provide one-on-one counseling, bid match opportunities, and technical training.
And the best part of all, these services are provided at no cost to you. We have offices strategically located all across the state, from Groton, our headquarters, to East Hartford, New Haven, all the way to Bridgeport, specifically to ensure that every Connecticut entrepreneur has access to our resources.
Success in the GovCon requires persistence. It's about staying the course through the no's until you reach that first yes. So take the next step today. Head over to ctapex.org, sign up for our foundational readiness sessions, and let's get to work on your success story.
You can also reach out to us at info@ctapex.org, or if you'd like to be notified for future episodes, please consider subscribing to our CT Apex YouTube channel, turning on notifications by hitting the bell icon, or staying up to date on our social media like Facebook and LinkedIn.
This was Andres Calvache
and Meredith Glasgow on CT Apex. Thank you for tuning in to the GovCon Mindset, empowering your government contracting journey one insight at a time. Until next time, stay focused and keep moving forward.